Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're speaking to the driver of this vehicle. They're going to issue a ticket for obstructing the sidewalk, and over here you'll see a ticket being issued for illegal parking and obstruction. And you'll notice everyone's walking in the road because there's no sidewalks here for some reason. And what you might also notice is the sign here. Look how far it's sticking out. If a truck comes along here, boom, it's going to smash into that. You'd think as a driving school they would know better, and the sidewalk clearing team are just speaking to someone from that business now. I think it might be the security guard. Today the team are using the small truck, and look, they wouldn't even be able to fit under that, so they have to go around it. And one more ticket being issued over here, and over here they're issuing one more ticket to this vehicle. The driver's handed over his license, so it'll be the cheaper ticket of attended illegal parking. And over here you'll see more tickets being issued to vehicles. This is a widened road, but of course the idea of widening roads is to make more space for cars, tricycles, buses, vans, motorcycles, different vehicles. It's not to make extra parking for residents. And over here you'll see the sidewalk clearing team are removing signs or blocking the sidewalk. I'm not sure why they didn't remove the sign earlier, the one from the driving school. Perhaps because it's more substantial, whereas this one is quite easy to remove. And further along, more tickets being issued again. They consider this as illegal parking. It's a widened road, but it's not meant to be parking spaces. And just down from there you'll see a big open space here that's being used as a car park, and I'm seeing this more and more around Metro Manila now. Now that people are cracking down on illegal parking, you're seeing a lot more of this open up where people can park legally. Yes, you have to pay, but it keeps the roads open. And this is what I've said before, nobody will invest in making a car park until the authorities crack down on illegal parking. That's the only time, and now it's actually happening. I mean, this may have been here for a long time, but I've seen others pop up in other areas where they really are new parking lots. And over here the team are issuing a ticket to this jeepney now, and two more vehicles over here. You can see the pickup truck is hanging into the road, and both of them are obstructing what should be the sidewalk. It might seem like a little thing, but where a pedestrian is going to go, they're going to walk in the road. That puts them at risk of being hit, and it adds to traffic, especially later in the day. And over here they stopped this motorcycle. One of the riders no helmet, and unfortunately the driver said he doesn't have a license. That would make the vehicle impoundable, but I don't think they have a tow truck with them at the moment, so I'm not sure how this will play out. The team waited for the tow truck, it's just over there, and they'll be impounding this bike. And they're just stopping one more motorcycle rider. In fact, the driver has a helmet, but it's sitting on the front of the bike instead of on his head. The driver's trying to take his license back, so he won't be issued a ticket. The enforcer is explaining to him he really has to enforce the same rules to everybody. And as much as he might feel sorry for him because, you know, he doesn't have enough money to pay the ticket, he's got children and everything else, he has to be the same with everyone, unfortunately. And they just flagged down this vehicle here, coding BPSO, no helmet, flagging him over. Thankfully he's not arguing. Oh, so the reason why he's not giving any resistance is because he doesn't have a license. He's asking if he can just put on his helmet and leave, but they're not going to allow that. They'll be impounding the motorcycle. The man from the BPSO said he used to have a driver's license, but it expired long ago. The thing is, they don't know why he didn't renew it. It could be that he can't renew it for some reason because he's not allowed to drive anymore, he's disqualified, or some other reason. They just stopped this motorcycle here, two ladies, no helmets. Does she have a license? Maybe. So the lady said she does have a license, but she doesn't have it with her right now. If they can't show a license, typically the vehicle will be impounded on the assumption that they might not have one. One more motorcycle stopped here, lady on the back, no helmet, unfortunately. They saw this motorcycle going past, back rider, no helmet. They said, no, we've already been ticketed. So why are they still riding with the lady on the back, no helmet? The lady should go down. And here on Congressional Extension, they're issuing a ticket to this vehicle, partially on the sidewalk, partially on the road. Further along, they're issuing tickets to these two motorcycles parked on the sidewalk. And the team are now issuing a ticket to this tow truck. Often complaints about illegally parked tow trucks along this road. They are private companies. They might be accredited by the MMDA, but they're still private companies that operate independently. So they're issuing a ticket now for illegal parking. And you see they've actually brought in the tow truck to tow away the tow truck. Someone came out and said it's not running, doesn't work. Although they've heard that before about tow trucks in this area, and it turned out that they were working, but they just didn't want to get a ticket. And, but the bad news is that if you say it's not working and it's obstructing the road, they're going to tow it away. Especially because there's no plate on the vehicle, so it can't be ticketed even if they wanted to. And here goes the tow truck towing the tow truck. Over here you'll see this tricycle parked on the sidewalk, and this tricycle is being taken away now for illegal parking. As you can see, there's no plates on the back, and this is why you need towing, because if there's no plate, no driver, what do? you either ignore it and let them go, or you impound the vehicle. And over here you'll see people walking in the road, and I'll show you why that is. Over here they're using the sidewalk as a vulcanizing shop, and this caused some controversy lately where people said, hey, you shouldn't ticket the motorcycle owner, it's not his fault they had a flat tire. The thing is, the pedestrians are paying the price for this. They're having to walk in a busy road because they're using the sidewalk for a business. And as I explained in my post, normally the driver gets a ticket for illegal parking, and then the shop gets a ticket, a separate ticket, for obstructing the sidewalk. Even over here, a little old lady in a wheelchair has to go in the road, sidewalk's blocked. And then people would say things like, oh, can't you have some consideration? This is what consideration leads to. People in wheelchairs being pushed on a busy road because the sidewalk is obstructed. And across the road they stopped one more motorcycle. The man wasn't wearing his helmet, although he does have one. They're going to be impounding the bike. Again, he doesn't have a driver's license. He has a student permit which allows him to learn under supervision, but not to drive around by himself with no license. So impound the bike. And this man here, bad luck, he had a helmet but he wasn't wearing it. Anyway, they will issue a ticket. Oh, slippers also. So 1.5 for the helmet, 500 for the slippers. And they're just moving in now to issue a ticket to this truck parked over here. Further down the road you'll see they've left a ticket on the windscreen of this vehicle. There'll be illegal parking unattended, and of course obstruction of the road. And what you see along this sidewalk is lots of water pipes. I'm not sure about the people that are living on the inside here, if they really have permission or not, because you'll see they're all using like little makeshift ladders to get inside. There's no proper entrance. Maybe they really do have permission to be there, but the reason why I'm making this clip here is look at the water that's coming out here. These areas, these little wet patches are all along the sidewalk, so many of the pipes have holes in them. And right now they're looking at this tricycle parked on the road. It was originally further out, but when the team came he moved it over, but still in the road they still have to issue a ticket. The team are now issuing tickets to these jeepneys. So there were actually 3 of them side by side obstructing the road and the sidewalk. And you'll see this business over here still fully obstructing the sidewalk with the electric scooters that they're selling. That motorcycle there is counterflowing and he doesn't have a helmet, and he's done it right in front of a bunch of enforcers. Anyway, they're asking him now for his driver's license. What you'll notice in front of these properties here is that they've actually installed barriers to block off the sidewalk. You can see they've got chain here. How can you do that when it's a public sidewalk for pedestrians? So right now the sidewalk clearing team are speaking to some people from the property, asking them to remove this, the wall and the posts. The problem is when you ask people to remove things, they don't. It doesn't happen. Maybe 0.1% of the time. So it's kind of a waste of time. And you think, well, you've got a team here, you've got how many men? 15 men, you've got the tools. Just do it. You're here, just do it. Take down the wall, take down the posts and move on. And over here you'll see a number of jeepneys being issued tickets. There's actually a legitimate terminal just over there, but often what they do is they block the first 2 lanes or 3 lanes, making an extended terminal. And of course that gets tickets either for obstruction or illegal parking, or both. And over here the team are speaking to this driver. You can see these vehicles parked like this, blocking 2 lanes. And over here you see they've left a ticket on the windscreen of this vehicle, again parked like this, blocking 2 lanes. And they just stopped this motorcycle rider now, obviously no helmet, wearing a baseball cap. Over here is a counterflowing tricycle, and although he's turned around now, the enforcers are going to be issuing a ticket for that.